So I just kind of wanted to clear up some controversy surrounding Felon owning a firearm. There are a lot of um, concepts that I've seen on YouTube and other Google sites and stuff like that, lawyers and stuff. You know, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a felon. Can't own a firearm. Uh, so I'm from Mississippi. I got my felony in Mississippi. I think I committed the crime in 2007. I got put in drug court April 17th of 2009. I was kicked out of drug court for being 20 minutes late for a piss test that I passed 3 times in 2 days. All that aside, I haven't had a firearm pretty much since I was 20. Where I guess I really didn't ever carry a firearm, anyways. I guess I hunted with my parents and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I have been interested in getting my firearm back here for the past, I don't know, year or so. I completed my sentence years ago. I got put on house arrest, finished house arrest, got put on parole. And I never got any probation because they had given me my maximum sentence. So after I got off of my house arrest, I finished my parole. And I completed everything. I got my golden seal, as we call in Mississippi, and et cetera, et cetera. I never had a mishap. I never got in trouble. Never, none of that stuff. Once I went to prison, that was pretty much it. But that's just a whole different story. Um, so I've been interested in getting my firearms and permit back and concealed carry back. And again, back to all these YouTube videos. I don't know what a whole lot of other states say. I know Ohio because now I'm living in Ohio. I caught my felony in Mississippi. I've only been up here for a year. So, and I found out that in the state of Ohio, um, technically a black powder pistol is not considered a firearm, but um, they don't really look at it that way. So, basically, if the federal government wants to, or the state government wants to chase you down for having a black powder pistol, because that's about the only firearm that, or actually technically it's not considered a firearm, it's just an antique whatever. So they can still get you for it. So don't go around thinking that the stuff that you see on YouTube about you can actually own a black powder pistol and not get in trouble, because you can get in trouble. You're a felon. A felon in possession of a handgun, federal charges. It used to be. I'm not 100% anymore, but it used to be a mandatory 10-year sentence. And so taking the chance of carrying even a black powder pistol is just not worth it, at least in my opinion. So I don't really carry anything. I carry a 3.5 inch fixed blade knife, which is what I carry on me, and I haven't necessarily been in trouble, but nobody's said anything to me per se. I'm a fairly respectable person, anyways. At least I like to think that, anyways. Anyways, so yeah, just don't believe the hype. Don't get excited if you see something on YouTube or Google or just something like that. Take the time out of your day to actually find out. In Mississippi, I said Ohio a minute ago. In Mississippi, I found out that it's basically the same thing. A black powder pistol is not considered a firearm. It's considered an antique. Anything before, I think it's like 1891 or 1898 or something like that, is considered, because the reason they call it antique is because like the barrel on it and stuff like that cannot be converted into a modern day firearm, and so this is a big ordeal. So they can actually misconstrue things if they really want you. So if I were you, I just wouldn't mess with it. I would take secondary steps. I think the closest thing to a gun you can basically carry is like a pepper ball gun or something like that. But even in those situations, I think that you have to be certified. I know that in order to carry some form of taser, you have to be certified, but I also found out in some states you can't carry specific tasers. But nonetheless, I'm not actually a professional. I just really want people to take the time out of their day to go out here and find out for themselves, and not get caught with a black powder pistol, thinking that they can carry it. And because look, I've been looking this stuff up for a minute, and for the longest time, I was about to go out and buy me a black powder pistol. and I was about to buy a holster for it. I was about to learn how to shoot it, because I'm a felon. You know, it does get rough. You know, I'm not. People view me differently because I'm a felon. I get anyways. This is just a whole different story as well. But you know, the life of a felon is a little bit different perspectively than the life of someone who is not a felon. Most of the time, a felon's been to jail, prison, or something like that, and jail or prison is either going to do one or two things to you. It's either going to humble you or it's going to make you worse. One or two. There's really no in between. Prison itself institutionalizes people, and a lot of times whenever they come home, they're institutionalized without even being inside of an institution, which is a problem. And so, you know, it's hard to get back into your roots. It's hard to remember who you were sometimes, but just remember, you know, take the time out of your day. It ain't nothing but a little bit of time to find out before you just go out and make decisions like that and get caught up in something again that we know that we don't want to get caught up in. So that's it. Thank you.